up, Haunters? I'm Alex, and welcome to episode 6 of Prototype, the series where in each episode we check out a different prototype, animatronic, or ISE from Spirit Halloween. Of course, for today we have a submission from someone who enjoys watching this series. Today we're going to be checking out the One Eye Doll, which is an interesting prototype back from 2016, which would have been in stores in the ISE and everything, which is really awesome. But yeah, this one is definitely a cool one, definitely has some cool stuff about it. So of course we're going to talk about everything about this prop today, and of course to start talking about this animatronic, let's of course check out the demo video of it. And that right there, of course, is the official demo video for this prop. Well, not really official, but a video of the actual animatronic. And as you can see, this is just a pretty standard Roman animatronic. It was just supposed to roam around, and it had this doll on top with one eye and everything. Which, honestly, it's a cool prop. There's nothing really too wrong about it. It's just simple, but cool. And of course, like we do at the start of every single video, let's talk a bit about some stuff that we know about this prop. So first of all, it doesn't really have an official name, but the name it's been given by Haunters is the One Eye Doll, or some people call it the Balarina Doll, depending on who you ask. But if this prop would have been released, it would have been released in 2016. If you remember that year, I believe you got a couple of different Roman props, especially in the Haunted Hotel. I remember there being a couple, like the Creep Rome Bear, which is honestly a really cool prop. For this thing, it would have been 2.8 feet tall, so pretty typical height for a smaller prop like this. And it was produced by Pan Asian Creations, which, if I remember right, I think they produced a couple of other Roman props. I know SVI also produced a couple of them. And exclusivity status, it would have been a Spirit Halloween exclusive. And current status, it is unreleased, and most likely will probably never be released, but who knows. And also, of course, price on this thing, it's not really known what the price is, but just based off other Roman props we've gotten, I'd say a good $80 to $100 it might have retailed for, or maybe even a bit less. So yeah, definitely pretty standard animatronic, nothing too crazy about it. And overall, if I would have bought this if it were to come out, I'd probably say no. Most Roman props, I'm not the biggest fan of. I just don't really like how they roam around. It's always just a bit weird. Creep Rome Bear, I especially just love him because of his audio and his look and everything. Not so much because he like roams around. But honestly, for this one, it does look okay, but it personally wouldn't be something I would buy if they did release it. Now that we kind of taken a look at what this prop is, let's talk a bit more about some cool information about this that I was able to find on the Spirit Wiki. So of course, this animatronic would have been in the Haunted Hotel theme if it was released, and this prop was actually considered to be released as in very early versions of the concept art that they made. If you look at this photo on screen right now, you can see original concept art for the Haunted Hotel, which looks awesome. I love this concept art. And if you look all the way in the far right there, you can see what this prop would have initially looked like. Would have been this like ballerina thing, nothing too crazy about it. And we can also see some other props scattered around here, which are probably prototypes for that year. Like we also have this cool little bunny trick-or-treater guy and this other ghost guy with the pumpkin. Of course, we got more in gory prop. We also got this other guy over here who did end up being an online exclusive. So overall, cool concept art for the Haunted Hotel, and it's cool that this prop actually was in that concept art and probably could have actually been in the ISE, which would have been interesting. Of course, another thing for this is this animatronic uses the same placeholder audio as Saw and Sally from a previous prototype episode. So if you remember, that prop uses just placeholder audio, and this Roman prop right here also used that exact same audio that the Saw and Sally used. And also another interesting thing is this was purchased by a haunter, and apparently the prototype they bought, it didn't include the actual Roman base for the prop. Instead, it included the Christmas tree style base for this prop, which is a little weird that this prop didn't come with the Roman base. When they bought it, I don't exactly know why that happened, but that is a little bit interesting that somewhere along the line, just the Roman base for this actually got lost. And yeah, of course, like with most prototypes, we don't know too much about them, but for this one, there's definitely a bit of information, and it was really cool to look at this animatronic and all that it could have been. And yeah, of course, that is the prototype of the one-eyed doll, which thanks for submitting this as an idea of a video to make, because this was definitely a cool prop to check out. And if you have ideas of props that you want to see in the next 4 episodes of prototype, you can comment down below. You can message me on Instagram, whatever you want, of a prop that you want to see in the future prototype video. Yeah, anyways, that's it for today. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn notifications, because like I said, 4 more episodes to go of prototype until the end of the series. And then of course after that I'll be moving on to another series, which I am excited to do, and am just finalizing plans for what that next series should be. So stay tuned for that. I'll have it posted eventually what that series will be, probably later in February. And of course, I do have my weekly Saturday uploads about just everything Halloween. And with my future uploads, you'll be able to see a look at this Huntley's head right back here. I'm excited to take a look at that I got for Christmas and never made a video about it yet, so it'll be fun to make a video about that. And of course, lots of videos about stuff like the Lowe's releases, Home Depot releases, just anything Halloween. I'm going to be making videos every Saturday, and maybe even some other stuff like live streams coming up soon. So of course, that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.